And Josh, if he finally gets on top of you, something that can hold their own. All right, YouTube, we got, what is it, Nugan? Nugan on Twitch? With the Graves. Wow, he holds up really well on his clears. So we decide to go top. Wow, this is just crazy. And you probably didn't even know this at the time either. What are we doing? What is this? What is this? You were looking for Evelynn, maybe? Okay. You kind of play this weird at first. So, like, or actually, you play it kind of smart. So you go here. And I understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to find Evelynn ganking, which is totally cool. The thing that I don't understand is right here. You waste a boatload of time. You just kind of float around. Here you float around again. We have red. We're level 4. Why not look to invade? Teemo's pushing. Cho'Gath's poked down. Why not look to invade? I don't think we lose to Evelynn ever. Why are we hesitant to just jump the wall and get shit done here? I don't know why you don't think you win. Unless Evelynn has Ignite, but even if she did, you could just flash if it gets gross. You chase in here, there's no point. You're not gonna get anything done. So here at this point, alright, so decision points. So you do make the invade eventually. You're a little slow on it, but you do eventually go in and invade. So props to you, you did what I wanted, albeit wasn't that efficient. But whatever. I think that if you efficiently invade, you could probably find this guy and like catch him clearing. Once he's backed away and went up here, he goes into that brush. Dude, just go and take his wolves. You just got level 5 over him, so now we can just take his wolves back and do another clear. All right, so watch what you do though. You float around, 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 float around. You're never, ever, ever you're not doing this dive. You're just not. You can try to do it, but it ain't gonna be pretty. And why does Evelynn even die? Well, I gotta see this again. So, you find Evelynn. Why? That is so messy. So, I personally, if it's me, I kind of disagree with this. I only disagree with it because it's very, very, very unreliable. Okay? So here, Teemo doesn't have fucking... He doesn't have shit, essentially. Oh, he does. Okay, he does have shit. So even... Okay, if you wanted to poke at him, I guess we can maybe accept, like, a quick poke. But beyond that, dude, like... It's so much more reliable to just go into the wolves and take the wolves. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, results don't necessarily mean good idea. I would not, unless I knew the guy that I was playing with was a good top laner, I would not be fucking with this too often. Because there's so many ways that you both fuck this up, when in reality, you can just go down here, take the wolves back, and then do a full clear again. And find more, because you're just gonna out-level the fuck out of Evelynn at this point. There's just no way. She's donezo. And with the camp spawning longer, you clearing from top down means that she can only do a half clear, and then you can basically do a partial clear and then just show up in her jungle again if you wanted, and you'll still have level lead. I hope this is all making sense. Nugan, my dude. There's reliable choices and risky choices. I would say this one seems risky to me. Ooh. Wow. That's how long we floated on that. You should be backing. I don't know where you're going. You're wasting a lot of time. This is very... Oh, God. No, not more. Not more of this train wreck. Flash Q. Okay, if we're gonna do this... I hate it. I think we've wasted so much time, dude. From the time that we pushed Evelynn into the brush, I think we could have reliably just controlled the game from here on out. Then you succeed in your gimmicky bullshit dive on the Evelynn, and then you float around, come back again when you could just be farming up and getting a huge level lead. So watch. You walk in. If you're gonna make this play, you literally need to just fucking go in and execute him. So you would essentially need to walk to here, flash, and then you're gonna Q. Well, you're hoping to sneak an auto in there, hopefully, right? And then you're gonna E out. That's how we do that, all right? But I don't even want you to make this, like, this is all fucking garbage to me. You've already succeeded in ways that you shouldn't in solo queue. And that's a 2v2 dive under turret early that you guys managed to execute a kill. That's good enough. Fine. Back and do a clear. This is all pointless to me. And you waste your flash and don't even secure that guy. And you're lucky Evelynn doesn't show up top after all that time that you diddled around top side. You're lucky that Evelynn didn't just show up and kill you. So, because of all that, I want you to notice she's level 4 now. You should already be level 6 if you had optimized, like, backing and farming. Alright, you win that. Calmly ult away. The ult away should have came a lot faster. You should have been getting out of that fight way sooner. You don't have flash. So now you're kiting. You're kiting. It needed to be auto and then ult. I was a little messy. Orianna moves to us. Once you dodge the... I'll show you. Remember, none of these camps should really even exist right now if we had just backed it. We would have worked our way up to top. We could have invaded Evelynn's jungle. Yeah, blue, you would have skipped it, but that's not a big deal because you could, you know, she probably is not going to invade you very often because she's so far behind, and the most she's going to get is a blue, whereas you're going to get this, her camps, and then you could go up, kill Scuttle, then do golems if you want. You could do so much damage to the jungle by virtue of the fact that we cleared everything. So once that E misses, you have to do kind of a quick reference, like who's going to help me. And in most cases, like without flash, you don't got a lot of wiggle room to play with. So I would probably just march my way out this way. Because they can't kill you if you go up, but if you go up through your jungle, but they will kill you if you go this way a lot because it's longer, more space for them to use. But if you go up through your jungle, you can always just kite back and you won't get caught. You won't get pinched very often because you're red side. At least you make a trade. But even still, with proper pathing, like, that fight doesn't even exist, right? Probably not giving blue. I'm not giving blue to someone who dies in lane. To an Orianna, 1v1. As the strongest mid in the game. It's just not happening, so make a mental note on that. Also a Syndra that takes barrier, like, I'm good. Like, that guy's not getting my blue. So do you think you're big enough to 100-0 a mid laner who's a level ahead of you? The answer is no. So this is a wasted trade. This is just not even worth it because you have no kill potential when you could just go into the Evelynn's jungle when she's dead and farm and take everything. Because Ori can't fight you in a choke, but you can't really just solo her in the open either. All right. Remember, it's not about swagging on people, dude. It's about efficient pathing and just getting huge so that you don't have to do anything fancy. The fanciness just kind of comes to you. Pathing down without your ult and flash both up is probably not even worth your time. Unless you're getting a flank, in which case I'm on board. So this is the flank that we're talking about. I don't know how Leona misses that, but she's pretty much dead there. You definitely rush your Q. A little misread on our execute. Shit happens. It's okay. I like your idea. This Blitzcrank is a friendly guy. Wow, that Blitzcrank is total clown music, dude. What is he doing? Shit like that makes me so sad. Like, why even play League if you're not excited to, like, use your spells? Look at him. Look at this fucking clown. He just pings back. Look at him. Not even an attempt to pull anyone to turret, dude. Full health. He's got a turret right there. He's there the whole time. He can walk up. He's got exhaust. What a pussy. Could grab Evelynn. He doesn't even want to. He doesn't even W. Look at that. Wow. Either way, when Cho'Gath shows up, we should be leaving. Yeah. Should just be giving it up. When the teleport comes out, should just be giving it up. Use your ult. You don't have flash there. Just chill, dude. Chill, my homie. You flashed to try to secure the kill and you failed. Execution. If you're gonna flash ult or flash whatever, it damn better be a kill. That's how you should always view those. So try to work up the success rate of that. Evelynn ganks Syndra, bot lane feeds because Blitz is useless. He's got those clown shoes. I don't know why we don't take blue and get level 10. That is very silly. Okay, we got level 10 now. There's our blue buff. Ooh, that's beautiful. Good job. I like what you did there to catch that guy. That was actually probably your best play this replay, was trying to cut off that Ashe when she goes to defend bottom. And like catch her in the bush. Yeah, I agree with Evelynn there. I would definitely never give away second blue, and I would give away third blue only if I thought the guy in mid was good. And, you know, in your defense, even though I'm kind of flaming this guy, he does got decent numbers, like decent CS numbers, so maybe it's just a bad start. That's another way that I determine. So it's not the worst thing to give him that. Don't skip the plant. Plant's important. If you don't use it, someone else will, and it's probably going to be... for you, you might as well snag it, because it's just going to help you do your clear and stay involved. Unless you want it. Why are you backing? Oh, okay. We're going for a ghost blade, I assume. Beautiful. That was a very well executed combo on the wall. Jin, for some reason, is... You flashed too? Why did you flash? What were you flashing for? I gotta see this again. Why rush that? Like, let the game kind of happen there. Let's see what you use. You E4'd. 8. So you got fucking 2 seconds on your goddamn... He has no gap close. So even if he... Let's just say that she outruns you. What do you get to do? You get to path straight down and jump the wall. So slow down your flash there, Flashzilla. Take it slow, dude. Was there any... Like, there's no urgency there. There's nothing that you should be worried about at the moment. Flash is important, guys. That's an important thing. Don't just fucking burn that shit when the kill's like free low. Please go into top. Yes, you do. Great. How low is the Cho'Gath? Okay, he's not that low. Oh yeah, this is so free. Dude, no! What? Is that a bug? It's not a bug. That turret is legit. Isn't it? I'm so mad. Whoa, why didn't we ult him? That shit was up? Okay, first things first. This is why I freaked out at you. That turret's low, and as you are considering... Listen, this is for the people that are about to do, like, some flanky shit. So, like, here, you're like, alright, every time that you're about to do one of these things behind turret, you should always be thinking, like, alright, how am I gonna make this work? What are this? It's all quick risk management, risk assessment, okay? So first thing I do is I say, hey, we got minions on turret. Maybe I can go behind these guys. Oh, this turret's like super fucking low. I just walk up and I just auto this, and now I got a free lane to just flank these people, and I'm massive, so that should be easy money. You hesitate, and I don't know why. Just fucking go in there. Now, it works out. The Syndra hits a monster stun, right? You get a nice execute on these guys, but watch you, dude. Where was your fucking ult? That shit should have already came out. You noob, you feed, dude. You should have comboed with Syndra. Like, as soon as she ulted, you needed to ult as well. Get that 3-for-0, dude. I do not know why Blitz is still bottom. I have no idea. I hate it. I'm mad about it. kind of spotty, but that's super worth for you, so whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Not even an attempt to W. These kids, dude. What the fuck? Okay, you're A-ramming now? Notice how you're A-ramming? You see this? Get out of this habit. Go, clear, and go and push somewhere. I don't give a fuck about A-ram. Get out of this fucking... Get out of, you know, whatever it's called. The stupid bridge map. Get off of that map. Okay, you win that. That's a level... Okay, so you should have been more confident here. That's a level... You're level 14, he's level 12. This... And most of Cho'Gath's kit is fucking easy to dodge. Challenge there. 100%. Challenge. Always challenge when you... I'm the type of dude... I play by the books, boys. My whole coaching is all about just simple fucking formulas and simple fucking ideas. You have more levels over the guy, challenge. Notice how you hesitate? Holy shit, level 12 versus level 14? That means I immediately am going forward. I'm going to challenge. I do not care. If I lose, then I'll readjust. But in most cases, you're not going to lose this fight. See how you ran away from him? Fuck that shit. I should have already been going in. That was some serious fancy play syndrome right there. Because the guy you chose to go into was a lot harder than the first guy, in my opinion, to kill. What if the enemy team 5-man mid? They won't, it's low elo. Even if they do, they won't hit turrets very fast. Alright, I gotta hand it to you, because I don't know what your bot lane's doing. Your kiting was pretty good there. But, like, you need to understand that we don't have vision of anyone on the map. So you're chasing a heavy CC champ. You've got no QSS, no flash. So chasing this guy, you're not going to 100-0 him very often. And if we had more vision, if we had vision of like one person here, then I'd be all for this. But like, we're missing info. We're missing a lot of info here. So when we go in, she's re-engaged. Think about this, dude. Think about how dumb that is. She's re-engaging you here. You are huge. Everyone on the map has to know that you're huge right now. So she's engaging on you. That means you need to leave because that means everyone's there. Like every time. It's people play so face up. There's no logic of like, or there's no like mind games with people in low elo. It's very like face up. I engage on you because I win now. I didn't win earlier, that's why I run. Now I win, right? Why wouldn't he just engage on you when he saw you, right? So you ran away? You're supposed to have a bigger brain than these people. That's how you climb. They do it in top lane and mid lane and all the lanes. They only play aggressive when they think they win. They're very caveman, dude. How is Babby formed? How is Babby formed? He's engaging on you because he knows. Right? So it's worth for him to trade. And your team goes bot lane and dies. Jesus. Tilted. So you've spent a lot of time in mid lane here, this game, and it's a 50-minute game, and we've covered a lot already. So we're probably not going to go to the entire game, through the entire match. Technically, this game is over already even if it's not over, you've broke all the turrets down. If you would have abandoned this shit in mid and worked your way down to a side lane sooner when you were fed. Fuck, you gotta understand, the faster you take your lead and push it into a side lane and sit there, you get rid of idiots. You force your idiot teammates who are gonna suck anyways, right? This is how, I'm telling you, I sound like a dick, but this is literally how I view low elo. And it's why I climb in low elo fast, right? If you're fed, now it's one thing, if you're 1 in 10, you shouldn't do this because that's just retarded, right? You're not fed, so you're not gonna carry anybody. You're not gonna be doing anything. But like here, you are super fed. Your bot lane is 1 in 8, and it was, you know, they were less in a bad spot earlier. They had more to offer you a little bit earlier when they weren't so far behind. But see, you're at the point where technically, if you run down to bot lane and start pushing, you could very easily outplay if Ashe shows up, if Leona shows up. You could draw pressure down there while your newbie teammates sit in mid and just, you know, chill. Or if you go top, same thing. You start pushing out. You know, Baron's not going to happen anytime soon, and it wasn't 7 or 8 minutes ago. So we really want to apply our lead into a side lane faster, probably top if you can. So when you were like invading the jungle or whatever, before that we could have been pushing this top if we wanted. But we don't want to get into this situation where we're stuck in the middle of the map and we're just skirmishing. Because as you just saw, you took kind of a bad skirmish here, another bad skirmish might come up, and then before you know it, your lead isn't that big anymore. That's why I'm all about breaking these outers and opening the entire map, getting some wards down, getting your trinket upgraded to your big oracle lens, clearing vision around the map, and then setting up for Baron. And then you take, and by the way, when you have the turrets down, you get to take all the enemy's jungle as well as your own. That's how you win, dude. You break down the map, you take all the camps for a little bit, you win the Baron, GG. That's the easy way to do it. Very reliable way. You won't die very often doing it. But since you kind of, oh, what are they doing? Oh, that shield was very good. Oh, the splits is so helpful. Okay, we get baited by the shield pretty hard there. Positionally, I don't know why you keep going forward when you've just blown all your cooldowns here. You don't have flash to secure this guy, so it doesn't make any sense. You should be, if we're speaking purely team fight, you should just be autoing this guy now and giving this up. You missed it. It's over. Let it go. Switch targets and auto this guy now and whittle him down. See how you tunnel on this kill? And as a result, we're not kiting anymore. Here's the other thing. So this is what I'm saying. We make our shot. Now, switch targets to these clowns. You do. You actually did a pretty good job of swapping. You didn't tunnel that hard. Not as hard as I thought you did on the initial look. So you ult. This guy gets away. Now, notice how you're going to, I believe, you're going to E forward. Yeah, this was honestly why we lose. Not like anything before that is okay. But this makes no fucking sense. Because like Eing forward here doesn't do anything for us. We should just be autoing and prepping our E so that we can move away when he turns back into us. And keep space. I don't know why you get in his grill like that. You make his job so easy and you don't have your gap close anymore. Another thing to remember, guys, in these types of situations, we were talking about level leads, right? When we have raw stats over people, and you know why I say this too. I play a lot of Tryndamere in my games, for example, right? So I know all about just playing fucking raw stat champ that doesn't have any like real CC. Okay, so here's the thing that you got to remember in situations like this. If you are Graves here and you're facing the Cho'Gath, the only way that we ever lose, the only way that this fight ever gets shitty is when we get CC'd, right? So knowing that, keeping that in mind, you should not be just blowing your mobility randomly without purpose. If he's gonna stand here and he's just gonna eat the DPS, if he's gonna sit right here and do that, the only way that we lose is by getting CC'd. So you want to keep your E so that when he tries to turn on you, and in this case, Evelynn happened to be there, we want to keep our E so that we can just dance a little bit more. But when you blow and you get into melee range here, when you blow your fucking E and get into melee range, you were just asking for that 1 CC to come in, and obviously Evelynn comes in from the side or whatever, because it just makes no sense. Just auto him down patiently, because there's still a fight. There's still stuff that can happen. No one is dead on the other team. So we should already be, in our mind, we should be like, okay, I'm keeping my E just so, you know, this is free. I just have to auto him, because off of base stats, level 15 greater than level 13, this is easy. I don't have to do anything but auto this guy away. Like, fuck off. Go and get XP, noob. Noob, you feed. Right, but because you E in, here it is. Sure enough, you know, Evelynn shows up, and the guy turns on you, gets CC on you, and now you're in melee range just eating it. Right? Would not have happened if we didn't blow our E there. You didn't need to rush that. Just, he's huge. He has a huge hitbox. You had plenty of time. He was facing you. You don't need to just E and spam your buttons there. Slow it down. Control. Monster throw. This team, dude. I want you to notice that every time that you don't push out bottom and you let these guys get there, that your support goes down there. This is another thing. Is your ADC doing anything? No. He just shot a full round of ult and missed every fucking one. Right? It's over. He's not going to help you. You need to accept that he's not going to be doing much for you, and start pushing out the lanes, drawing people to you, and soloing them while you still have the lead. And technically, Ashe has caught up to you now, because we didn't go and just put our lead somewhere else on the map. That was a good secure. There, yeah. This was kind of weird. You couldn't really push because you weren't going to break in him. And we just used our flash. The flash on the Orianna, the secure is great and all, but like, when you're flashing, you got to be trying, if you can, and if you're in a situation where you're chasing somebody, you really should try to ask yourself, like, if I flash and secure this guy, what's going to happen? There, the Orianna's not your big target. Your big target's probably Ashe. So I don't know if the flash is worth it. Okay, you just get CC locked forever. To be honest, that I can't really say much about that death. We didn't have a lot of vision of them, yes, but I thought you were fine. I thought you'd be able to get out there too. So, they just played it very, very well. You're pretty beefy, so it's hard to just blow you up like that. You see how you keep letting side lanes go to your noob team and you never go down there? Notice, you hover mid a lot. You Baron? Baron call is... It's thin if the other team reacts fast. But they don't react that fast. They give you a lot of free damage without stopping you. Oh god, secure it. Oh no. I guess you guys are fine. Where are you? Oh, you are. Nice. That was messy. I thought you guys should have all just secured it, then turned, but you all just gave it up and then turned it, which is fine. Because, you know, it works. Whatever. I just thought it'd be easier, but you can't, you can't control a fucking Baron fight. You can't micromanage your teammates fast enough or anything, so. Alright, so what happens here? We actually get CC locked here. As far as I know, and this is a pretty good stopping point because this is probably where the game is lost, in my opinion. This is where the game switches gears completely when you get picked, because you are the team, dude. You are the team. You're 14, 6, and 7, and you get picked in the mid. You cannot get picked flat with Baron. Notice where you stand because it makes no sense. First of all, yes, Cho'Gath's top. But like, and yes, we're fed. And yes, the fact that they engage on you in this way is just awful in so many ways. Yes. But notice where the minions are and realize that you are literally doing nothing but giving these guys an opportunity to kill you and ruin your Baron buff. Do you think that your teammates are going to be pushing when you die? No. They're going to be bots. They're bots. They're all bots. Everyone on your team is a bot. Pretty much. I haven't seen anything impressive on your team. So, all things considered, if I have Baron, all I have to do is just stand behind Baron minions for a bit and go from there, okay? Because I got bot teammates. Also, your teammates are not in position to help you either. So, when we get comboed, when we get CC'd like this, I want to show you, and then I'm going to shut this one down. I want you to see how shitty this is going to be for our team after, because our team is useless, right? We are our team. And it's not, I'm saying that for this game in a vacuum. My teammates suck, and I know that. All right? So, what is your teammates going to do now with Baron? They're all going to die. Because they're useless. Look at this guy. Honestly, I'm amazed that she even gets to do that and get away with it. I'm enamored. But either way, even if they don't just collapse, right? We don't get to push with Baron. Like we wanted, because we're dead. They're just gonna turtle and not do much. How is that ever going to be a good idea? Jesus. I can't believe it. You get bailed out. For the record, that, with your teammates' stats, I wouldn't rely on that happening. Not with Fed Ashe, not with Fed fucking Evelynn. I would not rely on that happening versus that comp that you're facing. Big tanky frontline, Leona, Orianna. I would not count on that happening after we die there. So your team does wind up pushing with Baron. Death timers, it's Ashe and Leona. We're gonna go for Elder Drake. I'm only keeping this replay on because I'm fascinated that your teammates did anything. We're gonna go fight Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's free. I don't know why you don't E over the wall. It's a much longer path by the way that you walked. This has to be one of the worst ideas ever in the history of LoL. Cool. Crunched and munched. Now we need to push. So, was literally just gonna say, hey, if you guys get picked here, you're throwing momentum again. You stand right in mid. Leona just did this to you earlier, engaged on you, and look how low you get, and you waste ult. Super messy, dog. Teemo was applying pressure. Just give away the mid turret for a second. And chill. Or this, finally. Rob111, thanks for the 20, dog. I will. Thank you so much. So you finally went to a side lane. All right, dude. So I'm going to summarize this game because I got to move through replays today. This was a rough one. And in my opinion, this was completely winnable at like 27, 30 minutes or so, depending on how fast you took your initiative and basically improve your jungle pathing. Like all those fights where you make a pick and you go, I'm going to stand around or look for something else or whatever. When you don't just back and do a full clear and reset it, that space between one action and the clearing and pathing and all that shit, that is all wasted effort, in my opinion. Okay, the next thing is when you got fed in this game, and you did a great job. Like some of your combos look very, very clean, in my opinion. When you got ahead, you had a tendency to float around with your teammates. You need to remember that newbies don't like winning the game. They hate it. They can't stand it. They want to play at their own slow, mentally retarded pace. Okay? They want to play at a slow pace. So if they've spent the entire game getting butt pounded and you're carrying them, they aren't going to magically know that you're ahead of their team and collectively your team is ahead of their team because of your lead. So they're just going to stay retarded. Which is why I say, if you get fed, oftentimes in the mid game, don't be afraid. If you're hugely ahead, you're 2 to 3 levels ahead, just go and shove out the bot lane all the way to the turret and then go and take the enemy's jungle. Force your bot lane to leave bottom. You can do the same thing in top. You can force your top laner to leave top in this way as well. Simply Dealer, thanks for subbing. Welcome. Welcome that new cracker, dude. Love it. So we can push out bottom. We can push out top in the mid game, so we don't have to get stuck in these weird team fights. Okay, that's the other thing. So after our clearing, after we get our lead, we can start pushing out the side lanes. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that there are times where we waste a lot of effort and energy. Like here, you get Baron, you secure Baron, you're in a great spot. You literally stand, and this was actually similar minion formation. You literally stood right here for some reason in front of the enemy team. When you had Baron, you could have, if you wanted to be aggressive, you could have just went off and pushed a lane on your own and then soloed people. Or you could just wait. If you wanted to just throw, you picked the ultimate way, because not only did you not push the side lane with minions in it, but you could have just stood right here behind the next wave and waited for it with Baron minions and then pushed out. And then you would have been golden. And the engage wouldn't have done that much. Okay? But overall, dude, your gameplay was good. We just clean up the pathing, clean up like the times where it's like, I don't have flash, I don't have ult, like why am I going down here? I'm not going to do anything. And clean up shit like this. You get Baron, don't let a team just freely engage and just wait for minions. Let your shitty Teemo push or something. Just use that space. Be thoughtful about that space. That's a power play. And if you get picked, you set your team back to the fucking Stone Age. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that bullshit. I'm out. Peace. Crackers, thank you so much.